Part 1. The Boring Life of a Student. Sun Wukong, the handsome Monkey King, had finally found what he was looking for. He stood inside the cave of the slanting moon and 3 stars, bowing to the great patriarch Subodhi. "I am ready to learn," Wukong chirped. "Teach me how to live forever. Teach me how to fly." But the patriarch Subodhi did not wave a magic wand. He did not give Wukong a magic potion. Instead, he gave him a broom. "To learn the way," the master said calmly, "you must first learn patience." For the next 7 years, Wukong did not learn a single magic spell. He woke up before the sun. He swept the courtyard. He carried heavy buckets of water up the mountain steps. He planted seeds in the garden and chopped firewood. He learned to speak politely, to read human books, and to sit still during meditation without scratching his fleas. The other disciples teased him. "Look at the monkey," they laughed. "He wears human clothes, but he is just a janitor." Wukong didn't care. He worked hard, waiting for his chance. One day, the patriarch Subodhi sat on his dais to give a lecture. He spoke about the mysteries of the universe. Wukong sat in the back, listening. The words were so beautiful that Wukong couldn't help himself. He started dancing. He scratched his ears, rubbed his cheeks, and grinned wildly. "Sun Wukong," the master shouted, "why are you dancing like a fool? Behave yourself." "I am sorry, master," Wukong said, bowing fast. "But your words were so wonderful, my joy spilled out of my body."
The master looked at the monkey. He saw a special light in Wukong's eyes. He knew the time had come. "You have been here 7 years," the master said. "What do you want to learn?"
"I can teach you the art of reason." "Does it grant eternal life?" Wukong asked. "No," said the master. "No, I won't learn it." "I can teach you the art of silence and peace," the master offered. "Does that make me live forever?" "Not at all. I won't learn it. I can teach you the art of action, alchemy, drawing talismans, and fortune-telling." "Does that make me live forever?" Wukong pressed.
"It is like building a wall with loose bricks," the master sighed. "It might last a while, but eventually it falls." Wukong waved his hands. "No, no, no! I didn't cross 2 oceans to learn how
"To stack bricks. I want the way of immortality." The patriarch Subodhi stood up. He looked angry. "You greedy monkey! You reject everything I offer!" Thwack! The master hit Wukong on the head with a ruler 3 times. Then he folded his hands behind his back and walked inside his private room, slamming the door. The other disciples were furious. "You stupid monkey!" they yelled. "You offended the master! Now he won't teach us anything." But Wukong wasn't scared. He was smiling. He knew the master hadn't really been angry. It was a secret code. Hitting him 3 times meant, "Come to my room at the 3rd watch of the night," which is midnight. Closing the door meant, "Come in through the back window."
Part 2. The Midnight Lesson. That night, Wukong waited. He pretended to sleep until the moon high, and the other disciples were snoring. He crept out of bed. He tiptoed to the back of the temple. Sure enough, the back door to the master's room was slightly open. Wukong slipped inside. The patriarch Subodhi was sitting on his bed, meditating with his eyes closed. Wukong didn't say a word. He knelt beside the bed and waited. After a long time, the master opened his eyes. "You guessed my riddle," the master said softly. "You are truly a unique creature. Come closer." Wukong scrambled forward. "Please, master, teach me the secret." "Listen carefully," Subodhi whispered. "I will teach you the way of the origin. This secret is so powerful that ghosts and spirits weep when they hear it." That night, while the rest of the world slept, the master whispered a poem into Wukong's ear. It was the formula for internal alchemy, how to store breath, how to mix the energy of the mind and body, and how to lock the soul inside so it can never leave. Wukong memorized every word. When the sun came up, he snuck back to his bed, pretending nothing had happened. But inside, his body was changing. He was becoming an immortal. Part 3. The 72 Transformations. 3 years passed. Wukong practiced the secret breathing exercises every night. His bones became as hard as steel. His eyes became brighter than stars. One day, the master called him aside. "Wukong," he said, "you have achieved the root of immortality. But you are not safe yet. Heaven acts against those who defy nature. Every 500 years, a disaster will come to destroy you. First thunder, then fire, then wind. You must learn magic to hide from these disasters." "Teach me," Wukong begged. "There are 2 paths," the master said. "The 36 transformations of the heavenly stars, or the 72 transformations of the earthly spirits. Which do you want?" "More is better," Wukong said immediately. "I'll take the 72. The master whispered the spell. Wukong was a genius. He tried it once, twice, and poof, he turned into a tree, then a bird, then a tiger. He learned them all instantly. "There is one more problem," the master said, looking at Wukong. "When you fly, you climb on a cloud. But you monkeys just jump around. It's too slow." "I can jump very far," Wukong argued. "I will teach you the cloud somersault," the master said. "With one single somersault, you will travel 108,000 li, about 54,000 kilometers or 34,000 miles. You can cross the entire world in the blink of an eye."
Wukong was thrilled. He spent the night practicing. Zip, he was over the North Sea.
Zip! He was back at the temple! He was the fastest creature in the world! Part 4. The pine tree summer arrived. The disciples were gathered under a large pine tree in the courtyard, chatting. "Wukong," one disciple asked, "is it true you learned the 72 transformations? Surely you can't really change your shape." Wukong felt proud. He wanted to show off. "It's easy," he bragged. "What do you want me to become?" "Turn into a pine tree." Wukong mumbled the spell, made a hand sign, and shook his body. Whoosh! Where the monkey stood, a beautiful pine tree appeared. It had thick bark and green needles. The disciples clapped and cheered. "Amazing! Incredible!" They laughed so loud that they woke up the master. Patriarch Subodhi stormed out of the hall, leaning on his staff. "What is this noise?" he roared. Wukong quickly turned back into a monkey and knelt down. The other disciples trembled. "Wukong!" The master glared at him. "Why are you showing off?" "Do you think magic is a toy? If you show your treasure to people, they will get jealous. They will ask you to teach them. If you refuse, they will kill you. If you agree, you lose your secret." "I am sorry, Master. I was wrong," Wukong cried. "I cannot keep you here anymore," the master said coldly. "You must leave." Wukong was heartbroken. Tears rolled down his furry cheeks. "But Master, where will I go? I haven't repaid your kindness for teaching me." "I don't want your repayment," Subodhi said, turning his back. "Just go back to where you came from. Go back to your flower fruit mountain." Wukong bowed until his head bled. He stood up to leave, but the master grabbed his shoulder one last time. His voice was dark and terrifying. "One last thing, Wukong. You have a wild nature. I know you will cause trouble. No matter what happens, never tell anyone that I was your teacher. If you mention my name, I will know. I will strip the skin from your bones and banish your soul to the deepest hell for 10,000 years." "I promise," Wukong shivered. "I will never say a word." He summoned his cloud. Whoosh! He shot up into the sky. He looked back once at the temple, then turned toward the east. Part 5. The Demon of Havoc with the cloud somersault. The journey that took him 10 years by raft now took only 1 hour. He saw the flower fruit mountain below, but something was wrong. The trees were burned. The grass was dead. The fruit was gone. Wukong landed on the peak. "Children, I am back." The grass rustled.
A few skinny, scared monkeys peeked out from behind the rocks. They looked starving. "Your Majesty, you are alive!" They ran to him, crying. "What happened here?" Wukong asked, his eyes flashing with gold fire. "Who destroyed our home?" "It was the demon of havoc," an old gibbon sobbed. "He lives in the dirty water cave to the north. He comes every day. He killed many of us, stole our furniture, and kidnapped our children to cook them for dinner." "The audacity!" Wukong snarled. "I left to become an immortal, and a demon dares to bully my family? Wait here!" Wukong stamped his foot and shot into the sky. He found the dirty water cave instantly. He banged on the door. "Come out, you filthy monster! Your grandpa's son is here!" The door crashed open. The demon of havoc stepped out. He was huge, dressed in black armor, holding a giant curved sword. He looked down at the small monkey. "You? You are not even 4 feet tall. You have no weapon. You want to fight me?" "I may be small," Wukong grinned, "but I can grow tall, and I don't need a weapon to beat a clumsy oaf like you." The demon roared and swung his sword. Wukong didn't even blink. He dodged left, then right. He was faster than the wind. Wukong plucked a handful of hairs from his own chest. He chewed them up and spat them into the air. "Change!" he shouted. "Poof! Poof! Poof!" Each hair turned into a mini monkey clone of Wukong. Hundreds of little monkeys swarmed the demon. They pulled his hair, poked his eyes, and bit his ankles. "Ah! Get off!" the demon screamed, dropping his sword. Wukong leaped into the air, snatched the demon's sword, and with one clean swing, he cut the demon in half. He burned the dirty water cave to the ground and used a magic wind to carry his kidnapped subjects back home. Part 6: A King Without a Weapon. That night, the Flower Fruit Mountain celebrated. The monkeys feasted on wine and fruit. Wukong sat on his throne, telling them stories about his travels. "I can transform into anything," Wukong said. "I can fly to the edge of the universe. We are safe now." "Your Majesty is powerful," said the old gibbon. "But the demon of havoc mocked you for one thing." "What was that?" Wukong asked. "You have no weapon," the gibbon said. "You used the demon sword, but it is heavy and clumsy. A king like you needs a weapon worthy of an immortal, something magical." "True," Wukong frowned, "but where can I find a magical weapon?" The gibbon pointed down toward the ocean waves. "Beneath the water," the gibbon whispered, "lives the dragon king of the eastern sea. His palace is full of ancient treasures. If you are brave enough to go down there, maybe he has something for you." Wukong stood up, his eyes shining. "I have learned the breathing spell. I can survive underwater. Prepare a feast. I will be back soon with a treasure that will shake the world." He walked to the edge of the cliff and dove straight into the deep,
dark ocean.